Let's be honest, there is nothing more frustrating than speaking up in a meeting, sharing a thoughtful recommendation, offering a clear next step, and someone immediately shuts it down with, well, we're not going to do that. Or you can research that and then come back to us. As if you didn't just present the idea, you were leading. And it's even worse when someone interrupts you mid sentence, hijacks the conversation, or talks over you entirely. And lately, it feels less like classic workplace rudeness and more like a power move. So, today I want to talk about how to communicate so people actually listen, even if they've ignored you in the past. And I want to be very clear about something from the start. You do not need to change your personality to be taken seriously at work. You can be soft spoken, you can be calm, you can be thoughtful, you can be introverted, you can be gentle, you can be direct, you can be warm or even a little crass. And you can still be a powerful communicator. Most of my coaching clients aren't trying to become someone else. They're trying to do their best work and be respected while doing it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how strong communication has nothing to do with volume or force and everything to do with structure, delivery, and power boundaries. These three things will help you speak so people actually listen, even in difficult, dismissive, or toxic environments. Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. I'm a PCC certified executive coach, and on this channel I discuss the most powerful ways you can build your career through confident communication, leadership development, and navigating a tough work culture. All right, so let's get started. A lot of people assume that if someone is ignored at work, it's because their voice is too quiet, or they aren't forceful enough, or they need to speak with more confidence. That's not true. People are ignored because of one, power dynamics. Someone wants to dominate the conversation. Two, lack of clarity. Vague communication gets dismissed. Three, status assumptions. Some colleagues only listen to certain people. Four, meeting culture issues, interruptions, idea theft, lack of facilitation. Number five, workplace politics. Your visibility hasn't caught up to your ability. So one of my clients, an incredibly skilled project lead, would make strong recommendations in her meetings, and almost like a reflex, her male colleagues would say, we're not doing that. Not because her idea was wrong, not because he had better information, but because dismissing her gave him more control. And she kept asking me, do I need to be more aggressive? No. She needed communication structure and boundary based authority, not volume. So let's talk about how you do that. Great communication, especially in difficult workplaces, starts with how you structure your message. This is my coaching definition of communication. Communication is how you structure messages, tell stories, and deliver ideas with clarity and impact. So here's the thing. People don't listen to long explanations. Trust me, I know. People don't respond well to soft phrasing. People absolutely do not follow a message that begins with doubt. So here's the structure I teach high performing clients. Number one, lead with the recommendation, not the background, not the story, not the caveats. Here's what I recommend. This instantly shifts you into authority positioning. Number two, state why in one sentence, not five sentences, not an essay, just one clear line. This approach reduces risk and keeps us on timeline. Number three, state the impact. People respond to impact, not information. Doing this gives us the best chance of meeting the December deadline. This 1-2-3 structure creates clarity, and clarity creates authority. Even soft-spoken voices command attention when the message is structured with precision. Delivery is the part women are constantly criticized for. Too soft, too direct, too emotional, too monotone, too feminine, too aggressive, too quiet. You've heard it all, so let me say it this way. Strong delivery isn't about loudness, it is about control. Here are the three delivery techniques I teach. Number one, slow your pace by 5 to 10%. When people get nervous, they speed up. When people want to be taken seriously, they slow down. Slower equals more authority. Number two, end your sentence on a downbeat. Don't let your voice trail upward. I recommend this, authority. I recommend this. permission seeking. A downward tone signals finality. Number 3, pause before a key point. This immediately draws attention. It's a subtle lean in cue based on the data. Here's what I recommend. That pause is where your authority lives. At some point, we have to talk about interruptions, over talking, and dismissal. And I know many of you are dealing with colleagues who cut you off, people who say, "We're moving on," when you're not done, someone shooting down your idea before you can explain it, someone telling you to circle back later as a power move. Here's the key: boundaries aren't about confrontation. They're about reclaiming the space you already earned. Here are the boundary phrases I want you to practice. Boundary number 1, interruptions. I want to finish my thought first. Calm, direct, non-negotiable. Boundary number 2, dismissive shutdowns. When someone says, "We're not doing that," try, "Let me clarify the recommendation so we're all aligned." This neutralizes ego and brings focus back to the proposal, not the power move. Boundary number 3, idea theft or hijacking. I want to return to the point I introduced earlier. This reclaims ownership without drama. Boundary number 4, the "go research it and get back to us" trap. This is a classic power tactic. Try, "The data I've already reviewed supports this direction. Would you like me to outline that now?" This flips accountability right back where it belongs. People listen when you show clarity, not force. So let me give you a few ready to use phrases you can try this week. When you need attention in the room, I'm going to walk us through my recommendation. When someone interrupts, "Let me finish this piece and then I'll open it up." When someone tries to dismiss your idea, "Before we move on, I want to restate the key point here." When someone challenges your authority, "I'm leading this workstream, so here's the direction." When someone wants you to over-explain, I'll give you the high-level summary first. When someone is being vague, "Let's get aligned on the next step." None of these are aggressive. None require shouting. And all of them communicate quiet authority. The point is you're just not going to get pushed around and you're not taking the bait. Here's what I want every soft-spoken, overlooked, or interrupted professional to know. You don't need a bigger personality. You don't need a different communication style. And you don't need to change who you are. You just need structure, clarity, intentional delivery, and boundaries. Those 4 things change how people hear you. And once you practice them consistently, well, people don't interrupt you as much. People don't dismiss you as quickly, and people think twice before talking over you. Not because you're louder, but because you're anchored and you're owning your authority. All right, so that's it for my video on how to speak with confidence at work. If you have examples of how you held your boundaries in tough conversations, please share them in the comments below. I would love to hear about them. If this topic resonated with you, if you've been dismissed, interrupted, talked over, or just doing your best in meetings where people don't listen, you'll want to join my final workshop of the year, Lead with Intention, Design the Career You Actually Want in 2026, Monday, December 15th at 12 p.m. Central. There's live coaching, replay is included, and there is a workbook included. We're going to build your 2026 strategy so you can walk into the new year with clarity, boundaries, and a communication style that supports you, not drains you. The link is in the description below. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.